Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om 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 Shri Ram, Jai Ram,
Jai Ram, Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri 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 Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
What should be the sound? Is it enough?
I should keep it.
Or increase?
Okay, so I'm going to put it on. Good enough. Volume is correct. So this is
This one. So Google Meet
so
will
you can close the YouTube as well.
you play from there?
Huh?
You want to play from here or do you want to?
No, like you can close it because for me you can.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Shri Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram,
राम ओम श्री राम जय जय 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 राम ओम श्री राम श्री राम जय जय राम ओम 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 श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय 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 जय राम ओम एवरीथिंग इज ओके श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय 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 जय राम ओम श्री फैन लाइक जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय जय राम
ओम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम ओम
श्री राम जय
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम ओम Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om to everybody. Pranam. Right. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Baba. In quest of God, before he introduced the word Ram, in the first article he made it very clear that Ram is the subtle and mysterious power, which is called the spirit or Atman. So today we will now show a PPT, sound of Papa, let us try, otherwise we will repeat, where again he gives some, we must have shown this to you, but naturally you would have forgotten. But let us go through it intensely. That will give us, because we are chanting the name of one who is within me, who is making me to chant. Even then it is difficult for us to conceive what should be contemplated upon. Anything that is palpable or tangible, it can be brought within our memory and then it is easy for us. But this spirit being the very subject, it is very difficult to form a concept, because it is the very subject, not an object. Only an object can be conceived of. So this struggle will be there in everybody's heart, though they may hear it for years together. Unless a deeper inward journey takes place, this will not become clearer to us. But still Papa is trying to make us understand through the knowable to the unknowable. No? We try to understand through the knowable the unknowable. This we should be very clear. We will try to go through that. This was a talk delivered by him in Minnesota, in US, during his 1954 Global Yatra. I hope it will be seen by you all. Let us try.
We have to do sharing something first. We have to go there.
You should do that.
We have to start this. They can hear. We have to go to share will be there.
No.
Entire screen. And there is the file.
Swamiji. From this side, from you have taken 5 has gone.
Hmm?
5 has gone from.
Fire is here, no? Go to the desktop. Here, you go to the desktop. Yeah.
Google Meet, there is a share
Share.
here.
Hmm.
Keep the file open, then share we have to say.
File was open.
Share.
File was open.
It will come out. Yes. It will come out.
Can you see now?
Yes, Swamiji.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
For people who are here, we will show it later because it can be.
They can hear sound, sir.
You can show that, no?
Yes, sir.
Little closer you can come. Those who are outside, little closer you can come. Cannot see, no? What does spirituality mean? This is one of the basic fundamental topic. We say spirit, spiritual, so many things, What does spirituality mean? That is the question. That which relates to the spirit and the experience of the spirit is spirituality. Because spirit and matter are two different things. Our body is material and the spirit dwelling in this body is spiritual. So whatever relates to the spirit within us is spiritual. Not clear now.
Many people hold the impression that they are more visible appearance. At least the mind may provide this.
We must think, feel and realize. We must think, feel and realize that we are not merely bodies, but we are immortal spirit. Many people go with the impression that they are only the visible appearance, that is the body made up of the 5 elements.
It's not so.
You can bring it down.
Now, for instance, people
Sound, sir.
when they give receive with the hand, they are
Complete. It is not so. There is the spirit within us. It is that spirit that makes us walk, talk, and do everything. Every line, kindly think about it, contemplate upon it. We are not in a hurry because this is a very important, fundamental thing. We are chanting the name of the spirit. There is the spirit within us. It is that spirit that makes us walk, talk, and do everything. No, you give that. Sit down. Now, for instance, people think when they give and receive with the hands that they are doing these movements and these actions themselves as if they got an independent power to do things. So the first line itself makes us think, it is that spirit that makes us walk, talk, and do everything. The subtle and mysterious power. There are so many movements and changes that are going on within the body, such as the action of the digestive organs, the blood circulation, the growth of the hair, etc., etc. We cannot say these things are done by me. Can we say I am doing these things? Who is responsible for these movements within us? This is Dr. Bhujanga Shetty said, that 1 lakh times our heart beats, 1 lakh times in a day. He said 6 liters of blood is being pumped and it travels 1,20,000 kilometers in a day in our body. The moment we inhale the oxygen, and when we exhale the excess of carbon dioxide without even our knowing it. He says the food we eat is immediately split into what is needed for the blood, what is needed for bone, what is needed for body structure. We are not doing. That is why Papa said digestive organs. So there are so many movements and changes that are going on within the body, such as the action of the digestive organs, the blood circulation, the growth of the hair. We cannot say these things are done by me. Can we say I am doing? Who is responsible for these movements within us? The same power which is responsible for these inner movements is responsible also for our outer movements. We see the wind blow, the sun giving light, the trees grow, the birds sing on the trees, so many movements and changes going round about us. They are not separate movements caused by any power of individual in them, working accidentally or by chance, or as they say, due to the concourse of atoms or some such things. They explain away in order to deny the existence of spiritual power that permeates the entire universe and is responsible for all movements and changes in it. The other day, on a lighter vein, somebody said about God and our science and technological march. So, in somewhere it is said, after 60 years, our scientists will call God and tell him, you can retire now. We will take care. Oh, God answered, okay, it's all right. What will you do? Then they said, from the mud we can make a human being. God smiled and asked, where from the mud came? Scientists again went back. When we heard this, though on a lighter vein, it is something very thought-provoking. Papa, in one of his talk, he said, go to the origin of your and the world. Say a mud, we can, earth, how did it, where from it came, the air. So that is why he keeps on elaborating about it. The spirit within us, spirit within us. We hardly recognize that. That all-pervading power it is that makes act, talk and do everything. If we recognize this universal power and know that that power is responsible for what we do, then our ego will disappear. We will be one with the universal life and universal truth, and we will be supremely happy and free. Spirituality, in essence, he has brought it very easy to read. The sense of individuality, the sense of agency, the sense of doership, the sense of anything, it owes its origin to that power, otherwise, minus that power. So he says that all-pervading power it is that makes act, talk, do everything. If we recognize this universal power and know that that power is responsible for what we do, then our ego will disappear and we will be one with the universal life and universal truth, and we will be supremely happy and free. Because the moment we are free from the chains of me and mine, we will be free from grumblings, complaints, and we will be stabilized in peace, contentment. So long as the ego is in us, which makes us feel that we are everything by ourselves, we are caught in a trap and we can never be happy. So we have been here asked, for so many changes, asked to resign ourselves to the will of God. Will is nothing but the power of God active in nature, active in ourselves. Here also, God's will, we keep on reminding. Here he gives a simple explanation. Will is nothing but the power of God active in nature, active in ourselves. By surrendering ourselves to the divine power and will, we will release within us the supreme bliss and peace which is locked up. Through this, the ego and individual disappear. So long as the ego is in us, which makes us feel that we are everything ourselves, we are caught in a trap and we can never be happy. So we have been asked to resign ourselves to the will of God. Will is nothing but the power of God active in nature, active in ourselves. By surrendering ourselves to the divine power and will, we will release within us that supreme bliss and peace which is locked up. Through this, the ego and the individual will disappear. People have often asked Papa, what about the free will? And how does it stand in relation to the divine will? Really, there is no free will. There is only divine will working everywhere. It is a mistake to think that we have got any power to do anything. In the Bhagavad Gita, there is a shloka in which God says, it is my will and power that prevails through the entire earth. And to know this world means myself, causing all movements in it, all changes in it. And so he is at the inception, at the growth of things, and at the destruction of things. It is one power that does all these things in the universe. And if we submit to that power and know that the power is active in us, then we will be freed from the ego. At that moment, we realize that we are the unchanging, immortal, all-pervading, spiritual, universal truth. To know that we are that spirit is to know Him. That means God, and this is spirituality. So when he says it is a subtle and mysterious power, in order to help us to take to an inward journey effectively, he places before us, to the extent possible, what explanations can give. Because when I see through my eyes, I hardly recognize the power behind the eye. So here we start from seeing, or from the eye. Whereas we have been asked to see the spirit behind it. So spirit. We should be very, very clear about it. It will all help us in our inward journey. So any object when we see, not necessary now. Eh? Not necessary. It's over now. You should go back. Stop sharing.
Yes. Stop now. That's it.
Plus.
Just it. Yeah.
Adala. You put off that 1 minute.
This is the format.
Anybody would like to share anything on this?
If one fails in an exam,
If one fails in an exam,
should we consider that God wants him to fail, or should we try again?
You kindly come nearer.
If one fails in an entrance exam, if one fails in an entrance exam, should he try again? Or should he accept that God wants him to fail and do something else?
No.
Because
Again, we are trying to understand that even behind our reasoning, He is there. No? He may make us to fail. He may make us to succeed. He may make us to get doubts. He may make us to get it cleared. That should be there in our mind. It is not that we are deciding. He is making us to bring all these things. Everything is His, there can't be anything other than that. So even the very doubt comes because He wills it. And then He makes us to clear for reasons known to Him. Later on He will make us aware. So that is why we have to go behind everything, the origin. And self-effort is there, Purushartha is there. Until we realize this, He has given us a freedom to struggle for it. Until we reach the stage that everything is happening only by His will, we have been given the sense of freedom to do something towards this, which is called sadhana. That is why Papa used to say, merely by sadhana, we cannot know Him. Because we should know that even the sadhana is being made, I have been doing the sadhana because of He is behind it. He has blessed me. So every moment we have to become conscious of this. Even if we fail, even if we forget. You are there, why don't you make me aware of it? Minus the spirit, I don't exist, The mind will not function, the intellect will not function. That simple truth, intellect has been given the knowledge to accept it. Beyond that, it cannot be explained.
Bhagavan says in one instance that whatever is supposed to happen will happen. Try how much you, whatever you try. If it has to happen, it will happen. If it is not supposed to happen, you do whatever, it will not happen. So in that case, what is the use of self-effort? How one will?
No.
How one will? The self-effort will.
We are talking about the self-realization stage in one, but we have not reached that stage, Until we reach that stage, that everything is done by Him, we have to do. Until we reach the state where everything is done by Him, we have to keep on doing it. And He will guide us as to how we should proceed. Every moment, first step is that He will make us to think about the origin. He will make us to deeply contemplate upon the various aspects. Next thing, He will guide us to a spiritual preceptor. He will make us to hear. He will make us to contemplate. Again, we may not be able to sustain because of our old baggage. Again, He gives us a leverage. Again, we forget for some time. Again, we remember some time. In Papa's case, a series of failures, It was instrumental in making him to think deeply about it. All the calculations he made, that was not bearing the fruit. So he started, that was the instrumental cause for him till 1920. To everybody, it need not be the cause. So the self-effort is there until we know that even the self-effort is blessed by him.
Unless he wishes, it will not happen.
He wills it. Even now we are talking because he willed it. We cannot go beyond this. We do this, and then the outcome will answer all these things. It cannot be always on the charcha level, because intellect is the one which does this charcha. Even the very intellect gets activated because of the presence of the Spirit, about whom we are now talking. So to know the Spirit, we try to make use of all that He has provided to us, and then a stage comes we feel helpless, then we totally surrender to Him. Then in His own mysterious way, He will open up. These are the assurance He has given.
But Swamiji, who prompts us to do the rigorous sadhana?
He only.
So it is our mind, it is our sattvic
Mind, no, mind.
It is the will of God that makes
Everything happens only by that power. If that power is not there, the mind cannot act. The power behind the mind. During our deep sleep, the mind is not working. But we are not dead, So even in the absence of mind, I continue to exist, though I am not aware that I am existing. These are some of the ways by which we try to go nearer.
So he is asking through you, he is answering through Swamiji. Yes, sir. We feel you are asking, Swamiji is telling. Everything there, as I think.
We need not straight away accept that. We have to go contemplate and see for ourselves. Then only it becomes ours. Papa wants us to go deeper into this and find out an answer for ourselves. This is the answer he has given. With that answer we try to go, and we will get the answer in our own way. Just like when you have not gone to a particular place, somebody who has gone to the place gives you some idea, but traveling should be done by you only. It has to be planned, everything has to be meticulously handled by you only. And you may not choose the same route he has chosen. You may choose your own route. You will have so many other programs, and along with that you may choose. So similarly, God realized saints have experienced this. They are praising before us because each one is unique. Each one's equipment is unique. Each one has to follow his own method. For enabling us to follow that method, we try to get the guidance from people who have traveled, who have scaled the heights. Even our Shastras are nothing but the revelations of those people. So it guides us. But ultimately, it has to have the sanction from Him who is within us. Till such time, doubting Thomas will always come. It is not a one. If it is possible to get one answer straight, everybody would have realized God, So these are all the findings of Mahatmas. We have to go in our own way. Because the mind differs, The texture differs, the taste, temperament, aptitude, inclination, everything changes. Your mind goes to different sense objects through the sense organs. Our mind goes through the sense organs through different objects. So each one is diverse. So to have a common general prescription, it will not help in spirituality. Each one's prescription is separate. This we should know basically. Ultimately, the relief remedy is same, one and the same, but each one's prescription is different. Otherwise, we can just hear this and then we can one with the spirit. We cannot. We will see it as a PPT, that's all. We will see it as a word, his own words. It was not legible, that's why we stopped it. Because in 1954, it was recorded. It is subject to so many. On those days, technology has not improved to that extent. Anything else?
Suppose we start meditating on God and some disturbances are created by Him. Is he delaying us going in something to create the disturbances?
You have to repeat the question.
When we start meditating, there are so many disturbances coming on our way.
When while traveling, there are so many disturbances on the way.
Meditation.
So those disturbances are created by Him only.
The disturbances are
Creating us going in.
The disturbances are created by him only.
That is what we now hear from our Guru. We have not realized, We are only reproducing the words of Papa, our masters, but we have to realize that, he is the one who is creating this huddle. It should be from the experience, then only we can understand. He is not creating any huddle. That is also a part of the whole process. Everything is a part of the process. He has designed a process for each one of us. And based upon the common knowledge, we put a label that these are all the roadblocks, hurdles, this and that. But he wants us to go it in this way. So that is why Papa keeps on hammering this truth, that I must always remember you, then it's all right. For remembering, I have been asked to chant his name. By remembering, I know that he is behind my thought, word and deed. By remembrance, I know this thing is activated by him. So the basic thing is remembrance. At the moment, we are unable to hold on to that remembrance. Only for a trice we remember him. Afterwards, immediately the mind brings me into the picture. The moment the me comes, that is the curtain. Then I am not aware of him. Again I chant, I become aware of him. I am not there. That is why, even the chanting, if I say that I have been chanting, I do 20,000 malas a day, I do 30,000 malas a day, Finished. I am putting my curtain is becoming stronger and stronger. But suppose I start feeling, not telling, I start feeling, he is making me to chant his name. According to Papa, the curtain is removed. It is not merely telling, with the feeling. We don't ask the why and whereof. He makes us to chant. He makes us to weep. He makes us to smile. He makes us to laugh. He makes us to gain. He makes us to lose. He makes us to become sick. He makes us to become healthy. This one, no? The mind will not permit, the intellect will not permit you to accept it, because it has got its own theory now. That is the struggle we are all having. Over the years, the intellect has developed a feeling that it knows best. And it keeps on bringing it. Suppose we say that is also God's play. In truth, that is God's play. But that we cannot say now. Because the moment we know it is God's play, then there won't be any doubt, If we say even the roadblocks are given by Him, that means I accept that He is behind everything. So that means I am only telling, but I have not realized. The mind is playing a trick there. Or God is making us to go through this exercise to make us more and more intense in our sadhana. I know that He is there, but I don't know that He is there. No, this is one. Paradoxical. I don't think this is. Papa. Wait. This is 100,
No, this is decreasing.
You remove this? Tell me.
Parabrahma Tattva.
That's full. Tell me.
That is, Ramana Maharishi has explained even to the foreigners through Parabrahma Tattva.
Okay.
And he has enlightened everybody who has come there. So, an explanation that is, he treated everybody equally. That is what we are talking about.
That is all right. We are talking about sadhana where how do we understand, how do we realize Him? How do we realize His presence? That is the topic today. How do we realize this is a simple one. How do we realize His presence? How do we remember Him? Because He is not an object, we cannot conceptualize. So that is why Papa gives us through the talk what is spirit and what is matter. And then he slowly drives us. He first said he is even that word is not right, but we have to use some word, So Atman is, or spirit is a subtle and mysterious power. So then intellect cannot enter. It is mysterious. It is subtle, not gross. Okay. So that is the first talk. Then he explains that what are the activities of the spirit. Through that we might be able to. He was talking about the blood circulation, he was talking about the heartbeat, the digestive system, all those things, So now we can slowly turn inward and find out how does it happen. For example, I feel the pulse. So normally for a healthy man, 70 to 75 times, the pulse beat will be there. Then I am asking, oh pulse, stop. Will it stop? No. It is going on. So what is it that motivates the pulse beat? What is that motivates my breathing? These are some of the ways by which, that is how Papa was able to explain this. When he started observing within himself all these, then he started sharing with us. So the subtle and mysterious power, when he defined, he wants us to, because we can't go beyond that word. Anything that is mysterious, beyond that we cannot explain. The other day, in Malayalam we were trying to translate Nigudam. No, it is not Nigudam. That means not secretive. But it is mysterious. For subtle we can say Sukshmam.
Yes.
But there is, I don't know what you call it in Tamil, mysterious. I don't know what you call it in Kannada. Niguda, that doesn't convey, Hidden, that's what you mean. It doesn't convey, it's a word all right, it is a translation right, but does it convey? No.
Alaukika, he's telling Alaukika.
Alaukika.
Swamiji, Marayada. Hidden. Behind the veil.
Anyway, we are not trying to understand, there is no direct word for this mysterious. I don't mean the literal translation, I am talking about the meaning.
Yes.
So,
but this is common denominator to every living human being. That means is equally present in all. That is also can be understood. Then why the God has just destined one to live up to 20, another up to 120?
Dogs only 50.
We have to ask, These are some of the things which will make us to go deep into the subject. It is not that we are just taking it lightly. It is a very important question. But then we understand what is the reason.
Yes.
We cannot understand the reason, though we go to the Shastras. Shine Punye, Martilogam Vishanti. Have you heard it in? So when we exhaust all our this thing, then whatever karmas I have to do, when that karma I have done, and some karmas are to be fulfilled, but at the same time the equipment is to be dropped, so he gives us another birth. Karma sanchitam. So that initially we believe, and then we try to go in inward journey, then only we will realize we will not be able to say this is that, this is this. It is purely an experiential matter, because why do we say so? No? When we reach that stage, we have been told that these questions will not come to us. These are the questions that are tormenting us at the mind level, mental level. When we cross the boundary of the mind means thought flow. When we go beyond the purview of this thought flow, no doubt will come to us. So let us now bother about this, okay? I have come here to realize it. What do I do for that? Let not the mind get to know, it will play our trick to go away with so many other topics. I am very clear that I should realize his presence. That should be my main aspiration. That commitment should be there. Mind will play all its tricks to take us away. But let us, come what may, I want to realize your presence. I will not allow your play anymore. Like that, you talk to him. Our commitment is very important. All Mahatmas have scaled the summit only because of their commitment. So our commitment towards it is still shaky. That is why it goes here and there. So we are now praying to him, nothing less than this, I will compromise. I want to realize your presence within me. So let us try to pool all our energies on this direction.
Yes, Swami.
Ah.
Hari Om.
Then, anything else? A very important topic, Papa talked
Yes,
about.
Swamiji, when we have less and less desires,
We have less and less.
When we feel dispassion and less desires,
When less
we
desires,
feel
we
more
feel
peaceful.
dispassion.
When we feel more peace
Correct.
because we have less desires,
Correct.
that is Ram Nam doing its purifying work. Correct?
Yeah. That is how he slowly frees us from the outgoing tendencies of the sense organs. Dispassion means not that we are condemning any objects or situation. It cannot occupy our mind, no? We become indifferent towards it. It is there, okay. We are not belittling. But my commitment is to realize him. I will not allow any distraction, and for that what is needed is exclusive commitment to it. So which comes out from Vairagya, no? Vivek, Vairagya, and practice. Every time he has also given us this Viveka, no? The discriminating between this and that, my commitment and the other one. So every time he has given me this wonderful tool called this discrimination, and when I concentrate more and more on this commitment, the ultimate result is I am free from cravings for sense organs, that means dispassion. Vairagya develops as a matter of process. Just like when...
Once the realization comes, is it a permanent effect?
Why not we reach there and find out?
You make us reach there, Swamiji. Take us there.
Eh?
Take us there. You take us.
But what we have found in all realized souls case, they are always steady. No? Every now and then we try to read their words of wisdom. Today we happen to go through so many. Tomorrow or after we will see. He is explaining about it. Beautiful. How he is reveling in it. So we believe in his words, But at the same time he wants us to go in our own way. That's all. So your question is whether it will be there. It will be there.
Guru Sakshat Parabrahma.
So the commitment, today's strong message is our commitment. And for that he is now slowly making it clearer and clearer and clearer. Unless we are clear about what is to be scaled, distraction will come. And then
Swamiji, first you made us understand that we are sadhakas in this path. You know, that dicey situation is not there because
100%. 100%.
Yes. So now you are taking us ahead. I'm sure we will also be reaching that stage because you are taking.
Yeah.
Not because we are doing anything, but because you are taking.
We are doing, you are taking us, that's why.
So we have keep on hammering this, I am his product. I have come from him. So I have to become one with him. This is the strong commitment, we must have. We need not tom-tom, but in our heart.
I am, still I am not.
Srinvandu Vishwe Amritasya Putraha. We are because we have come, he said, Bijam Mam Sarvabhutana, we have come from him. So the entire, I am him only. I should know that. So far I thought I am a limited puny intellect, with my limited body's, spectrum. I thought, I am so and so, I was limiting myself. But now you make me feel that I am one with you. I am you. Make me feel that. Until I reach that stage, I will develop this Bhakta and Bhagavan attitude. That is why we pray to him, we plead, we appeal, because we feel we are separate from him. That is also, then later on we will find that is also his place, so that is why he makes us to pray. These are two subjective, so each one's method can be unique also. Whatever gurus have placed before us, we sadhakas are trying to understand, assimilate, absorb as much as we can, and we carry on with our journey. We have 100% confidence that he will lead us, because we know that he is taking us. So with so many examples, so many indications, he is making us aware that he is taking us from stage to stage. What was not clear to us a few years back, he has now made it clear. Even the very word commitment, we did not know. We were only knowing the textual meaning or literal meaning, dictionary meaning. But now we know what exactly is commitment. Commitment to the truth that he is within. And because of him, I exist. Because of him, I who now feel separate from him exist. Oh. Like that, we try to go within. And for all that is that, hold on to the name. The two sentences, that gave us the clarity. While chanting, you should know you are chanting the name of one who is within you, number one. Second, he said he is making you to chant. The power behind the chanting, the spirit behind the chanting. So in these two approaches, Papa made it very, very simple for us to understand. Our intellect can easily understand this much. And from there we have to go again. We cannot stop. This is not the final. But he has given us the clue now. Some clarity has come to us now. You are chanting the name of one who is within you and who is making you to chant. Within you, I cannot understand where are you, how are you, who are you. But immediately he said, he is the one who is making you to chant. He is the power behind the chanting, power behind the seeing, power behind the hearing, power behind the tasting, power behind the touching, power behind the smelling, power behind the thinking, like that, Upanishads are nothing but that, In Kanhangad, he brings it out. But at that time, we were all carried away by the textual knowledge. Later on, when we happened to go through Swami Omkarji Maharaj's peace prayer, then immediately it came to us. Because in Kanhangad, he says, Srotasya Srotram, Manaso Manoyad, Vachoha Vacham, Pranasya Prana, Chakshusha Chakshuhu, Adivuchadira. He said the eye of the eye, the ear of the ear, Then only, the power behind my seeing. These are all Upanishadic words. Those who have scaled, they were able to try to convey to us that he is there, this power is within us, expressing itself through these activities.
He is still alive.
And not only that we know that he is the power, he has also given us the sense organs. He has given us the sense objects. And now he teaches us the power behind the sense organs. So each one may go inward, yes, and try to find out It will not be boring, it will be very, very interesting. We must spend some time for the inward journey. Everything, if you expect everything from outside, it will not satisfy.
Yes. Swamiji, the power behind the sense organs is He, the Lord.
Correct.
But why do we say the sense organs are taking us away from the Lord?
At the moment, the sense organs make us, when we indulge in sense objects, we will not remember the power. When you are eating a delicious laddu, do you remember him? When you are seeing a scenic beauty, are you remembering him? When you are hearing a music, are you remembering him? You check up. You may remember, you may not remember. You check up for yourself. So behind, when the sense organs indulges in sense objects, the power behind the sense organ is normally not conspicuous. Is it not? Think about it. Go within and find out.
Swamiji, if we keep chanting all-powerful Ram Nam always, he will make us remember, no, Swamiji? All this.
Swamiji.
That he is behind it.
With this bhavana you should do now. Brahmanam without any prefix or suffix. If we do that, it will prepare us to go within. Because we don't bring all these arguments. We just concentrate upon Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. And after some time, we will be watching ourselves. What has happened to me? Have I been able to remember him? I was thinking that if I simply chant, I will get. Then Papa said, you should also you should know that you are chanting to remember him.
Yes, sir.
So remembering him is important. And Nama is one of the easiest method, seemingly easiest method. In the sense, it can be practiced anywhere. Rest of the other sadhanas, it requires so many protocols, preconditions, so many things are there. But here in Ramnam, during our waking state, at any time, at any place, and in any condition, we can do that. So that in that way we can say that is one of the easiest method. Not the method is easy. It is easily practiced. It is easily implementable. Okay, if there is a word, it can be brought in. It can be actualized easily, because chanting I can do whether I am at home, whether I am in puja room, whether I am in latrine, whether I am in office, whether I am in cooking, whether I am working on a project, whether I am traveling, whether I am not traveling, any time, at anywhere, because then I come to know that he is with me, he has been with me, he has been with me. There is not a single time when he is away from me. He is in the form of Sat, Chit, Anand.
Swamiji, regarding the discussion on the sense organs and how we realize the power within the sense organs, I remember your quotation, Terla pora Samiya Pakarra Pakam.
That is Upanishadic word. Beautiful word. Terla pora Samiya Pakarra Pakanam. You see, in the chariot, normally in all village areas, the chosen deity is brought in a chariot, and people drag it through. Big rope will be there, and they will have a limited space, but everywhere, the faith, not only Kedarnath, even in Mangalore it is there, What is that place called? It is called the temple.
ISKCON temple.
No, ISKCON alla. No, ISKCON. Old tradition is there. Our old tradition in Palghat, everywhere you have got.
Even Lord Venkateshwara.
Karnataka everywhere. There. So it will be like this, And there the deity will be there, the pujari will be there, and he will go every house, they will stop. And they so many things. You are offering, Lord is coming to you in that form. So the saint in Sri Lanka, he is called Yoga Swami. That Yoga said in a very simple word, the deity is going in the chariot, and you are seeing it. You should see who is seeing it. தேரில் போகிற சாமியை பார்க்கறத பார்க்கணும். That is Kena Upanishad. That is what now we are trying to understand. தேரில் போகிற சாமியை பார்க்கறத பார்க்கணும். You are seeing it. You try to see who is seeing it.
Very powerful. Yes, Swami. Hari Om, Swami.
Hari Om. Oh, it's already 5:10. So, good. Everybody God is leading us, to the interior chambers. Though we may get some blockades, still, the very fact that He is taking us is evident in all these things. It is very subtle. Normally it is one-to-one, only we can share. But here in the Google also we are doing it and everybody is joining it. So let us all try our level best.
Swamiji, Papa knows that there is shortage of time, so he is arranging through Google Meet now.
Yeah, correct. He is facilitating everything through. He brought in this technology, modern technology, and he said now you use it.
We can meet through Google Meet.
Yeah.
At least we can meet through Google Meet Swamiji every day.
Yeah.
Past 1 year, whatever development has occurred, it is because of through Google Meet.
Google Meet. Glory to him. Okay.
Anandashram is in everybody's house.
Okay.
And Swamiji.
Swamiji Papa reaches to everyone's house.
Papa reaches everyone through Google Meet.
Okay. So anyway, let us keep up the same tempo, Immediately after that session, let it not be punctured. So the whole thing will go. Now we have inflated. The tire is full now, but let it not be punctured. Let us try to keep it up, keep the tempo alive. Okay. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. Om